Welcome back to Folk Solo Sports Show. All right, let's talk about the Pittsburgh Steelers losing their third game in a row to the Cincinnati Bengals. I'll be the first Steelers fan to tell you that the Steelers season is over after losing this game 27 to 17 to the Bengals, who were 10-2-1. Now we're 3-10-1 after losing this game to the Bengals. The Steelers season is over. We are going to lose our last 5 games. We're going to lose to the Colts and we're going to lose to the Browns. We're going to go 11-0 from 0-5 in the last 5 weeks. Even if they make it to the playoffs, with that being said, still the Steelers will lose their first playoff game now after this. There's no hope after them losing to the Cincinnati Bengals. You could have said that maybe somewhat against the Washington football team, trying to win the NFC East and trying to become the best team out of the NFC East. And you could have said that about the Buffalo Bills because they're already a top 5 team in the AFC. They were definitely going to the playoffs the whole season. Nobody thought the Buffalo Bills weren't making the playoffs the whole season. But now that the Steelers have taken the loss to the Cincinnati Bengals, this just shows that the Steelers are not going to have a successful season. And even if they go 11-5 and still get into the playoffs, or and somebody doesn't get bumped up ahead of them and they miss the playoffs somehow after starting uh, 11-0, however the system will work, they are going to lose their first playoff game. And now I said that there will be them and the Las Vegas Raiders could be the only team to beat the Kansas City Chiefs. One, because the Raiders gave the Kansas City Chiefs their only loss on the season, and because when the Chiefs beat the Raiders, they only beat them by 4 points, 35-31, I think the score was. And two, because the Steelers were 11-0 3 weeks before this and were looking really good. And people were trying to say the Steelers are just getting lucky in games, but I found that the Steelers coming back and winning those games they did against the Cowboys and against the Steelers, I didn't find it to be luck. I found it to be that the Steelers were a team that are going to fight as hard as they can, no matter what they have to do to win, and no matter who they got playing out on the field. But that's not how the case looks anymore. It looks like that they are giving up and they are too tired. Roethlisberger's too tired throwing the ball because the running backs can't get any good yardage, can't make any big plays to make the defense question who the ball is going to. And tonight, Snead, 84 yards on 18 carries. It's good. That would be good if that happened every game. But this just happened in that one game. It still didn't mean anything. That didn't mean anything to the Cincinnati Bengals defense, and it clearly showed because we took our third loss in a row, and now the Steelers are looking at another season down the drain after starting off 11-0, making history for the franchise, being the first Steelers team ever to go, what was it, 8-0 and 9-0, the first Steelers team to ever do that. And this is what it has turned into after all that hard work, because it just seems like they're too tired out. I don't think it's because they lost Bush. People say it's because, Bush is an important part, but Splain was doing good. He got out with the corona, and then they lost to Pretty. So on the defensive side, I'll give them some slack on that, but their defense is still really good even without those guys. They'll be a lot better if they had them, but they're still really good without those guys. On the offensive side, there is just no excuse for our running game at this point. Uh, Somebody tell me in the comment section what we're ranked in running right now. It should be 32 out of all 32 teams in the entire NFL because that's how terrible we are at running the ball. And now, uh, the passing game is looking just as terrible because we rely so much on it that everybody knows that we're going to pass the ball majority of the game because we have no running game. And then when we do pass, it's costing interceptions. So, uh, this is a terrible way to end the season, but I'll be the first to say before Stephen A comes out and says it on First Take, I think the Steelers season is over right here. They will go 11-5, losing to the Colts and losing to the Browns in their last game, get into the playoffs, get knocked out the first game. Now they are still leading the division. They're still leading, but the Browns are only one game away from tying them up. And I think that's how it's going to be. They beat the Ravens twice, beat the Bengals already. So they're still leading the division. So I think they'll still have a playoff spot, even if they lose the last two games. But they will lose the first playoff game if they don't go out and pick up a running back immediately. Because nobody's being fooled by this running game. And this is Folk Solo Sports Show. Let me know what you think in the comment section. All my Steelers fans, like, subscribe, share this video, and I'll get back with y'all right now in a couple minutes for NFL Week 15 of 17. Peace.